Hi, I'm Allison Campbell, 26, professional list maker, and recovering perfectionist, and I'm speaking into this microphone the way I used to whisper into my childhood diary, half hopeful, half terrified someone might actually listen. If you're hearing this, congratulations, you've stumbled into the awkward, unedited corner of my life that I usually keep tucked behind color-coded calendar blocks. The moment I want to share happened late last autumn, on an evening painted in that bittersweet gold you only notice when you finally look up from your phone. I'd just bombed a second-round interview at a company I'd convinced myself would complete me. I remember leaving their glass tower with my blazer buttoned too tight, heart thudding like a loose screw in a washing machine. Every step toward the subway felt heavier than the last, as if failure had gravitational pull. Instead of going underground, I wandered into a tiny riverside park nobody visits after tourist season. The benches were slick with October drizzle, and the air smelled like wet leaves and endings. I sat anyway, shoes soaking through, resume folder wilting beside me. In that damp silence, no notifications, no polite recruiter smile, I heard a voice I'd muted for years, my own. It said, softly but firmly, "You're allowed to disappoint people, including yourself." I didn't cry. I did something stranger. I reached into my tote, tore a page from my planner, and wrote a letter to the girl who thought straight A's earned her oxygen. I told her she was more than report cards, more than LinkedIn buzzwords, more than the version of success printed on glossy brochures. The ink bled in tiny constellations where raindrops landed, turning sentences into galaxies. When I finished, I folded the soggy paper into a paper boat, something my dad taught me before life got complicated, and set it afloat in the sluggish river. It wobbled, almost capsized, then steadied and drifted out of sight. Watching that fragile boat carry my confession downstream felt like exhaling after years of shallow breaths. I realized I'd been living in future tense, when I get the job, when I prove myself, when I'm perfect, and missing the only tense that's real, now. The city lights flickered on, reflecting in the water like scattered fireflies, and for the first time in months I didn't feel behind schedule. I walked home damp but lighter, blazer unbuttoned, heart unscrewed and humming more gently. That night I cleared a whole week in my calendar and wrote unscheduled living across it in bold marker. It's still there, a blank space that reminds me blank spaces aren't failures, they're invitations. So that's my secret, a paper boat, a missed opportunity, and the glorious relief of accepting unfinished versions of myself. If any part of this drifts into your own crowded mind, I hope it steadies you the way that river steadied me. Thanks for listening to my confession.